Hello, how you doing? So what I'm going to be making today is a bit of a British classic. We're going to make bangers and mash, or sausages, mashed potatoes and a beautiful onion gravy. I'm using pork sausages, a Cumberland pork sausage. You can use any type of sausage that you like. This is delicious. Welcome back to How to Cook Great. Okay, so we're going to get started with our mash. As you can see, I've got these potatoes here. Very simply, I'm going to peel them, cut them to any size you want. Actually, I'm going to sort of go that sort of size. We're going to get them in some cold water with some salt. Then we're going to bring them to the boil so they're really nice and soft. Okay, so I've now cut them into pieces. Like I say, cut them however you want, whichever size you want. Let's get some salt in the mix. And I've got cold water there, just enough to cover them over. We're going to bring that to the boil and let them boil away. It's probably going to take about 15 minutes, but that will depend on the size that you've cut them. What we want is the knife to go in and fall out really easily. So while our potatoes are boiling, let's get our sausages on the go. Now I'm using some pork Cumberland sausages here, which are absolutely delicious. Now, several ways you can do your sausages. I'm today going to put them in the oven. So just going to roast them in the oven with some oil. I'm just going to get a little bit of sunflower oil. You can use any other oil you want. They're going to go in my oven for about 20-25 minutes at about 200, and they'll be done. Or you can fry them in the pan, or you can do the boil and burn method, which is you're boiling in some water, cook them really nicely, and then you can just give them a light fry afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to be doing that. So potatoes are on, sausages are going to go in. We're going to make a beautiful gravy for this. Absolutely delicious, a bit of a classic. Okay, so what you want to do is get a knife in there, and you don't want anything to come out. If something comes out, see, that's not quite ready. Not quite ready. Nearly there. Couple more minutes. Then what we're going to do is we're going to drain all the water off and put the cooked potatoes, nice and soft, back in the pan, ready for mashing. Okay, so they're drained off. Potato masher, in we go. About 2 minutes, see you then. That looks beautiful. Now I'm going to get some butter in there. I've got like a tablespoon or so of butter. You can adjust that how you want. We're going to hit that with a little bit of black pepper. Now we're going to be adding some milk, but we're not going to put that in just yet. First, get all this happening. Then we'll add some milk. About another 1 minute of mashing. And then a little splash of milk. Now you can really adjust this, the butter, the milk, the pepper. No need to put salt in, I find, because we've put salt in when we cook the potatoes, and I used salted butter. But again, adjust it how you like. 1 more minute, got some lovely mash. Beautiful, lovely, beautiful, creamy mash. Sausages are just about to come out the oven. We better get on with that onion gravy. Okay, let's make an onion gravy. So I've got some oil in there. I'm using an olive oil. I've got 1 cup of onions sliced. You can use red, brown, yellow, or white onion. I've got a little bit of garlic that I'm going to put in. A couple of teaspoons of garlic. I'm going to get some black pepper and salt. And what we're going to do here is on a fairly low heat. The gas is actually on, but quite low. We're going to kind of cook them down a little bit. I don't want to kind of burn them up too much. It's probably going to take about 5 minutes. Okay, now I kind of like my onions about here, softened. Some people would brown them. Some people even blacken them, but I like them just like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop in a little bit of butter. That's not a lot really, like half a teaspoon. Sorry, half a tablespoon. Just want to melt that down and then I'll be back. Now the reason that I started with oil and then added a bit of butter is if I cook it just in butter, the onions will colour more. So you could do it that way if you want, but I like it just like this. Right, we're going to get some flour. I've got some regular all-purpose flour here. And we're just going to start to get a little bit in there. I might be using about a tablespoon in total. Okay, we're going to cook that in. Stay on the low heat. We're going to go for about 4 minutes. Keep it moving. That flour is obviously going to really help us thicken the sauce. We're going to be adding some stock to it. I'm using chicken stock today. You could use a different stock if you want, beef stock or vegetable stock. But let's cook this out. It will thicken up a little bit. Need a few minutes to get rid of the floury taste, to kind of cook it a little bit like you're making a bechamel or a roux. Keep it moving. Beautiful stuff. Yeah, if you don't spend the time cooking it, you're going to get that horrible kind of flouriness in there, which you don't want. We're next going to add some stock. Like I said, I've got some chicken stock here. Let's get that in, that amount. Stir it up and we'll see how thick it gets. I think in total I'm going to use about 1 pint of the stock. You can see that's very, very thick. Although some people like it like that. So we're still on this low heat. And I'm going to go for about another 3 or 4 minutes. And as it gets too thick, if it thickens up, I'm going to add a little bit more stock until I'm ready. You can do the same. Get it to the consistency that you like. Okay, I'm happy there. Like I said, that's about 1 pint, or just under, in fact. Now I like to add a little bit of mustard. I'm using some English mustard, like a teaspoon or so of that. English mustard is very, very strong. Just going to give that a little mix. If you wanted, you could run some fresh parsley through this, a little bit of fresh parsley in there. Some people would even put some red wine, but I don't like that. Personally, I don't really like that, but give it a go if you feel that that's it. And that's it, we've got a beautiful onion gravy there. Really, really delicious. Okay, let's get it all together. Okay, so I've got the plate there, the mash is on. Sausages have come out of the oven. Like I say, you don't have to do them as I've done them. You could fry them instead of the oven method. That looks gorgeous. I'm gonna grab some of our lovely gravy, of which we've got loads, in fact. I'm gonna spoon a good amount. I like some on my mash and on my sausages. Some people only like it on the sausages. And this gravy, by the way, is this colour. If you use like a beef stock, like an oxo or a bovril, it'll be much darker. Or if you wanted, you could put some browning on there. It doesn't bother me at all. I quite like it like that. And then a little bit of chopped parsley. And we've got some bangers and mash, some lovely onion gravy. That really is tasty. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you very soon. Lots of love. Thank you so much indeed for watching our videos. It means a great deal to us. Please do hit the thumbs up for us if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't, I suppose. Yeah, don't do that. Just do that. Yeah, and subscribe to us. That would really help us out a lot. We just hit 100 million views. We're very excited about that. We would love if you could support what we're doing. We don't do any ads or endorse any products at all, even though we're offered it quite a lot. A lot of it rubbish, to be honest. But yeah, we don't want to be doing that. So we've got a little PayPal thing. If you want to buy us a coffee, just a couple of dollars or whatever you want, you can just follow the link, which should be about here now. And yeah, pay me some money. I'm broke. Lots of love.